Now, let me take a moment and clear up something here for the media. Rumors on the internet say that I started a run for president in the early 90s in order to sell books to profit. The honest facts are this. I started an exploratory run in the early 90s. For that experiment, I wrote a book called A Future of Wealth Belongs to You. It was my political manifesto. I produced a half-hour television show that gave that book away for free to all who called in. I disclosed up front in that television show that I was too young to run for president and that I embarked on this journey simply to get my ideas out there. But instead of selling my book for profit, I gave it away for free, and I spent a lot of money on that exploratory campaign. Not long thereafter, Ross Perot's campaign manager called me and asked several questions about the concepts in my political manifesto, and particularly about the concept of market businessmen and women replacing career politicians. We talked, and I felt they were far more leveraged than I to give that concept coverage. So, with their request, I gave them my blessing, so to speak, to use any of the ideas and concepts in my manifesto. And they did so to their great success. I want to make clear that a political movement costs money. It's naive to make statements that author Mark Hamilton is profiting from this. Just the very opposite is true, and I'll give you a very concrete example. Recently, in the March issue of Reason magazine, I ran a 9-page article. In fact, I called it an article ad because I gave people who read the 9-page article a way to order Wealth, Health, Peace, which is the 12 Visions Party manifesto. I gave them a way to order at the end of the 9 pages, not expecting to sell many books because all the information was right there in those 9 pages. And that was just for those who were very interested and wanted more to see more. They could order Wealth, Health, Peace. The ad cost me, I believe, it was over $10,000. And as expected, I pulled about 20 orders, I believe. It may have been 2022 with the tail. The book sold for $29.95. So if you do the math, that's about $600 that I grossed. Of course, out of that I had the cost of printing, packaging, and mailing the books. And the ad cost me over $10,000. So I just want to underscore the point that political movements cost money. Ironically, following my 9-page ad in Reason, I read on some blogs throughout the internet how Mark Hamilton, again, was profiting from the 12 Visions Party by selling his books and running ads in Reason magazine. And the people that write those blogs have no concept of just how naive they are. Furthermore, my books are too anti-ruling class, too anti-establishment to sell in the bookstore, in the traditional establishment bookstores. That's never happened and probably never will. So 30 years ago, I carved out a market for myself by selling my books through direct mail. So there's no connection between my notoriety or popularity for having started a political party and people having name recognition and seeing and buying my books in the bookstores. It doesn't work like that. As a matter of fact, political connection and my notoriety as the founder of the 12 Visions Party will most likely hurt my book sales through my market, which is direct mail. So again, I just want to put to rest the rumor that Mark Hamilton is profiting and doing the 12 Visions Party simply to sell books. I do not gain financially, I lose.